a shot away, score! Daniel Alfredson ends the game in overtime and sends the Ottawa Senators to the Stanley Cup Final for the first time in franchise history.
Welcome to SENS Talk. My name is Brandon and I am your host. Before we get started, please follow us on Twitter at SENSTalk_ for live stream updates of the games and, of course, breaking news. Let's get into tonight's game, game number 7 of the Eastern Conference Finals. The winner take all. This game had everything. Had plenty of chances for both sides, plenty of goals, and plenty of saves. This was a spectacular game, and either way, a spectacular season for one of the teams was about to come to an end. We go to the first period, where the Senators play very strong, and they actually win the first period. They don't scoreless after the first period. But the Senators do play very strong in that first period. We head to the second period now. 10 minutes in, Kunitz 1-0. He breaks the scoreless drought. His first of the playoffs. This is by Kashiri and Matt Cullen. And the Penguins are up 1-0 midway through the second period. But 20 seconds later, Mark Stone responds with a goal. A bar-down beauty off of Matt Murray. And it's a 1-1 tie now, assisted by Erik Karlsson and Jean-Gabriel Pageau, the Pageau par man. And the game is tied at 1 as we head to the third period now. 11 minutes in. Stupid penalty by Dion Phaneuf. And Justin Schultz wires it and scores, assisted by Phil Kessel and Chris Kunitz. Kunitz was very good tonight. Schultz, third of the season. 8 minutes ago, potentially in the Sanders season. 2-1 Penguins. But with 3 minutes later, 5 minutes to go, Karlsson rings it off the post. The rebound, Ryan Dzingel buries it. Sanders have hope. Dzingel gets his second of the playoffs, assisted by Erik Karlsson and Kyle Turris, and the Senators are tied up at 2, heading into overtime, the first overtime, and wow. One shot away from the Eastern Conference Finals. We'll move on to the Stanley Cup Finals. And the Penguins really dominated us in that first overtime. Completely dominated us in that first overtime. Dominated the hell out of us. So many lucky breaks by Ottawa there. The Senators got lucky with the Penguins hitting the post multiple times, rolling over the net. Brian Rust missed a wide open tap in that somehow went wide. The hockey guys were aligning for the Senators. It looked like they got some chances too. Got a couple of shots on Murray. But we head to the second overtime of the Eastern Conference Final, game number 7. And it ends the Senators season as Chris Kunitz knuckleball puck past Anderson, and the Senators' Cinderella season is over. Sidney Crosby and Justin Schultz assist on the goal. And the Penguins are heading to the Stanley Cup Finals to play P.K. Subban and the Nashville Predators. The Senators, listen, as a Sens fan, am I disappointed? Yes and no. It was a spectacular season by Ottawa. But am I disappointed we lost? Yes. Did we deserve the win? I don't think we deserved the win. And that in those 2 overtime periods, the Penguins completely dominated us. But at the end of the day, we were one shot away from going to the Stanley Cup Finals. That's a huge accomplishment by Ottawa. And who says we can't do this again next year? This team is could be built with this coaching system for great things to come. And Chris Kunitz did end the Sanders season. Poor Anderson, he was spectacular tonight. Anderson was absolutely spectacular tonight. Saved the Sanders season almost. Karlsson was spectacular, but at the end of the day, the defending Stanley Cup champions with some of the best players in the world, like Kessel, Malkin, and Sidney Crosby, were the better team tonight. If it wasn't for Craig Anderson, this could have been a blowout. As an analyst and Sens fan, I'm not going to be biased in this video. Sanders played a strong 60 minutes, but when it came to overtime, the Game 7 veteran amount of players the Pittsburgh Penguins have came out in full form, and that's why they won tonight's game. Too many chances for them. You knew it was going to happen, and they got it. Kunitz, season over for Ottawa. What a remarkable run. Now, we'll talk about the season, and we'll talk about the future of Sens Talk and my appreciation for you guys in a moment. But let's talk about the game stats. Shots to goal, 6-5 Pittsburgh after that first period. Sorry, a little sad if you couldn't tell. Shots, 15-12 after the second, and 8-12 after the third. Overtime, 8-2, and double overtime, 2-1 Ottawa. That first shot on goal was a goal. Anderson was spectacular, so don't say anything about Anderson. About Anderson not playing well. Shots 42-29 in favor of the Penguins, and they really dominated us tonight, and Anderson was spectacular. The team stats, Ottawa, 39 faceoff wins, 47.6%. They played really well in the 60 minutes, but in the overtime, Penguins took over. And I'm not trying to say they didn't have a good game. They just didn't have a good overtime periods. Pittsburgh, 52.4, 43 wins. 0 for 2 were the Senators power play, and the Penguins went 1 for 1 on that stupid penalty by Dion Phaneuf. Luckily, we got that goal coming right back. Hits, 44-25. Pittsburgh, shots, 42-29. Before we get to the 3 stars, I want to say one more thing. There was a chance, I believe it was for Victor Stahlberg. It was the Jean-Gabriel Pageau. That should have been a penalty shot, or at least a penalty. They didn't call it. Is that the difference maker? I'm not saying it is. I'm just saying that was a missed call for sure. Plus a high stick on Pageau. There were some missed calls in favor of the Penguins tonight. That's all I'm going to say. I'm not going to be salty or anything, but there were definitely some missed calls against Ottawa. Well, against Pittsburgh, I guess. And that affect the game? Well, it could have. It could have really affected the game. Is that the reason we lost? No, the Penguins were the better team in overtime. I'm just pointing some facts out. The third star of the game, Craig Anderson, saved the Senators season almost. 39 saves on 42 shots for a .929 save percentage. Impeccable game by Craig Anderson. Second star, Justin Schultz, 1 goal, 1 assist, +2 rating, 24-60 on the ice. First star of the game, Chris Kunitz, 2 goals, 1 assist, +2 rating, 23 minutes on the ice. The 3 stars of the Senators season goes like this. The third star was Mike Condon and Craig Anderson. I'm going to split it. Craig Anderson spectacular in the playoffs, and Mike Condon put the Senators in the playoffs. Those were the 2 great stars. And with the way Senators Craig Anderson had to deal with adversity with his wife Nicole dealing with with cancer, a tragic thing. What a season he had. And he should win that Bill Masterton trophy. And Condon saved the Senators season as well. The second star, no doubt, Erik Karlsson. Erik Karlsson was absolutely spectacular this year. And the only reason he's not in first place is guess who? Clark MacArthur. Clark MacArthur had a breakout party in the playoffs, and he really played well. He was a great little piece for the Senators, scored the series-winning goal against Boston. And I don't care what you say if Karlsson should have been first star. He was the first star of the season in many ways, but when it comes to storytelling, Clark MacArthur, 4 concussion, 18 months, and he comes back to be one of the heroes for the Senators this season. Clark MacArthur had such a great season, and in such a short amount of time. What a remarkable story he was. He's the first star. And you could also make the argument, obviously, for Erik Karlsson, who's going to win the Norris, should have won the Hart, maybe even could have even won the Conn Smythe if he would have won this game. But I just have to go with Clark MacArthur's story. And Craig Anderson as well, but I have to tie that in with Mike Condon. That's why he's third. So, that's another season of SENS Talk. We're still going to do, like I'm sure you saw, we did live streams before this game and during the intermissions. Thank you for 300 subscribers, 50 subscribers today. I really appreciate that. We're gonna do post-game reports of every single playoff Stanley Cup Finals game. We're too close to the Stanley Cup. I'm cheering for the Predators. Screw the Penguins. Let's go Preds. I gotta cheer on PK Subban despite Montreal fans even more. That'd be a hell of a story. I would laugh at their faces. That'd be something very fun to do, to laugh at Canadian faces even more. So yes, I'll be cheering for the Predators. Plus, they're a remarkable story on their own. I hope they win. But, really, a remarkable season by the Ottawa Senators. Just came short of the Stanley Cup Finals. And it was one shot away from the Stanley Cup Finals of this 2016-17 Ottawa Senators season. Pierre Dorion, who is running up for that GM of the year. I don't think he'll win it. To probably be the Predators GM. But what a season he had. Pierre Dorion saved the Senators season, acquiring Mike Condon, some depth pieces like Tommy Wingles. Victor Stahlberg I loved. I hope we re-sign him. He was spectacular. Alex Burrows was good. What other pieces did we sign? We trade for? We had a couple other pieces like Yuri Okipaka, second round pick there as well from CC. I'm a CC from Lazar. Just some great pieces added for this year, for this run that no one predicted. And you know what? At the end of the day, a Game 7 Eastern Conference Finals overtime, double overtime loss to the defending Stanley Cup champions. Doesn't sound so bad after all, huh? It was a great season by Ottawa, amazing season by Ottawa, and easily the best season I've covered here at SENS Talk, no doubt. No doubt. There was obviously that 2014 run with the Hamburglar. That was a great season. For sure that was a great season. But there was something about this team. And let's talk about Guy Boucher before we talk about anything else. Guy Boucher saved the Senators' defense. No doubt. I said it last year. Senators have good defensemen. They're just not coached properly. And I was right. They have good defensemen that were not coached properly last year. This year, Guy Boucher, everyone adapted to the system. Bobby Ryan had a breakout party in that playoff. And the Senators really needed that defense and really played well at that defense. They become a defensive-minded team from last year where they were only an offensive-minded team, which is a crazy transition. And it almost put them to the Stanley Cup Finals to compete for the cup. So, Guy Boucher, Coach of the Year in my opinion, no doubt. He was definitely the Coach of the Year. Either him or Peter Laviolette would be the Coach of the Year in my opinion. Absolutely spectacular. Guy Boucher, Mark Crawford, and Mark Raymond, great coaching staff. Craig Anderson, great goaltending, great defense, and the offense chipped in when need be. And just came up short in this game, number 7. Senators are now 0 for 6 in game number 7. Ugh. So close. So close. So, SENS Army, Senators faithful, everyone that watches my videos, SENS Talk faithful, everyone that watches my videos, everyone that's subscribed, everyone that follows me on Twitter, everyone that likes me on Facebook, on Google+, checks out my website, whatever. Thank you for easily the best season I've covered in my life. The best season. From the bottom of my heart, thank you. This was a spectacular season to cover. It's not over yet. We have a bunch of videos coming. The finals, you got the expansion draft, which will be interesting. The NHL entry draft, I guess, even though we'll have like the third last pick. What else would there be? Free agency, we'll do a video. So there's plenty of videos coming up. So I'm not going to be going anywhere. It's just the Senators season is over. And it ended on a tragic end. But the Senators had a great run that you should be proud of. I'm proud of it. I'm wearing my Sens jersey tomorrow at school. I'm wearing it to school tomorrow. What a team this year. What a team to cover. Truly remarkable team to cover. I was very spoiled to be able to recover this team. What a journey. No one expected us to make the playoffs. No one expected us to beat Boston. No one expected us to beat the Rangers. And no one expected us to go to the Eastern Conference Finals to game number 7, double overtime versus the defending Stanley Cup champions, the Pittsburgh Penguins, where they got a goal in the double overtime. What a season by Ottawa. And thank you all for coming on this journey with me with this season. It's not over yet. We're having another season of SENS Talk. SENS Talk's not over. We'll be having another season of SENS Talk next year. Happy to announce if you were for some reason wondering if we weren't. Yeah, there'll be another season. Do not worry. Next year there'll be a 6th season of SENS Talk. You don't have to worry. We won't be continuing this fun, crazy ride we're on right now with the SENS Talk Army. But SENS Army, be proud of your team. Just came short, but they exceeded expectations all over the world. All over the world, picked up fans, picked up so many memories. My first playoff games. First game was brutal, we lost. Second game, overtime, Dion Phaneuf. What a memory. I'm never going to forget that. The crowd outside the arena. High-fiving everybody. The horns, the goal horn, the waving the towels. That was the best game I've ever been to. And then you got the Pajot 4-goal game. That's historic. You got Brassard tying goal in that game. Well, not in that game, but the game before. You got the Kyle Turris overtime winner against the Rangers. Bobby Ryan against the Penguins in game number 1. MacArthur overtime winner in Boston. Sorry. This team was the most resilient team I've seen in sports. This team never gave up as anyone. This team never gave up. And that's why they were one shot away from the Stanley Cup Finals. The Senators played spectacular hockey, and if you haven't realized, I'm chewing gum to distract me from getting even sadder. No, but really, the Senators played a tremendous year. This year was easily the most enjoyable season I've done of Sens Talk, the most enjoyable season I've watched hockey. And yes, I know 2007 should be my top. The difference was I didn't watch the whole season that year. I watched majority, but not all of it, because I wasn't my age right now. Secondly, if you really want to recap the whole season, go ahead and watch all my videos. There's a whole recap of the whole season. You can relive the whole season right on my channel. My channel is practically an archive of this Senators season. From highs to lows, mostly highs. 2 points away from 100 points. 1 goal away from the Stanley Cup Finals. What a season. And I don't want to end it. It was a great year by Ottawa. Great year. And you know what? It came to an end. We all knew it was going to come to an end. You knew it was going to come to an end, and it finally has come to an end. And tomorrow the sun will come up, and there'll be light, there'll be air, there'll be another day. We'll have to wait till September for Senators hockey again. But I'll still be here making videos about your Ottawa Senators. So thank you all for watching this season. Thank you for 300 subscribers. Amazing amount of support this year. Thank you so much, guys. I really, really, really appreciate it. We were 5 wins away from the Stanley Cup Finals, and you're here with me on that journey. So thank you on the bottom of my heart. Thank you for the support this season. I will probably have a Senators highlight video up in the next couple of weeks, and a Sens Talk highlight video of my best moments of this year potentially may be made as well. But what a year, guys. Thank you all for all the support. And of course, stay tuned for Stanley Cup Finals videos. Those will be coming. Do not worry. We're not done just yet. We're not done here until the Stanley Cup is raised by either the Penguins or the Nashville Predators. So thank you all for watching. Please follow us on Twitter @SensTalk_. For live tweet updates of the games, well, next year games, breaking news, NHL news, and of course, Senator links and YouTube links. Please like us on Facebook at Sens Talk. We upload all our video links there. Please click the big red button down there and to subscribe to us. Please add us to your circles on Google Plus to Sens Talk. Please like this video, share this video wherever you share cool stuff with all your friends. Please check out our website, senstalkcentral.com. Please check out our Instagram sponsor, sens.central. And from the bottom of my heart, thank you for all the support this year as the Ottawa Senators fall to the Pittsburgh Penguins 3-2, lose the series 4-3 in game number 7. Thank you all for your support this year. Click right here for our playlist recap, our playoff recap, our latest upload, and to subscribe to us. Thank you all for watching, Sens Army. I appreciate the support from the bottom of my heart. The best year I've covered in my life, and I can't wait to do it next year. I'll see you all soon for the first game of the Stanley Cup Finals, pardon me. Thank you all for watching. Sens Army, are you all in? I'll see you for the Stanley Cup Finals. Go Sens, go.